Totally. The community angle is huge. Keeping it local builds those connections, and people love supporting small businesses. Hey, Rick, just circling back on some of the stuff we talked about last time, did you have the chance to connect with the local brewery about that cross promo idea? That sounds like a blast. Bringing our pizza and their beer together could be a hit. Should we start planning a menu that complements their popular brews? I like that idea. Keeps our customers engaged and gives us some feedback. Plus, they'd probably love to feel like they're part of the innovation process. Oh, yeah? Anything jump out that we should tackle first? That makes sense. Maybe something simple like a point system that leads to discounts or free items after a certain number of visits. True. Plus, everyone loves feeling like they're getting a little extra something for their loyalty. It's a win win. That's a great idea. It'd not only promote our brand, but also bring in some extra revenue. I bet people would love to sport some swag from their favorite pizza place. Perfect timing. By the way, how did that research go on gluten-free dough options? I'm really curious. Let's do it. It's important to keep up with dietary trends and make sure we're inclusive of different needs. Hey, Rick, just checking in again. Did you manage to get quotes on those t-shirts and caps we talked about? Awesome. Sustainable merch with our brand? That's a great combo. Let's make sure the design is catchy enough to grab attention. Yeah, let's target that. It'll give people more reason to come out, grab some pizza, enjoy a brew, and maybe take home a t-shirt. I love that idea. It'll help build goodwill and get our name out there even more. Plus, it'll feel good giving back, you know? Perfect. Let's make sure we align these with our brand values so it resonates well with our audience. That's brilliant. People are always looking for unique activities, and it'd be a great way to showcase the craftsmanship behind what we do. Yup, and we could showcase those classes on our social media to hype it up too. It's all about creating those memorable experiences. I've been reading about short form videos getting lots of traction, maybe a behind the scenes series or recipe tutorials. Sounds like a plan. We've got a lot cooking, literally and figuratively. Thanks for keeping the ball rolling, Rick. That's a neat idea. People love seeing behind the scenes, and giving them a taste of how we operate could really elevate their experience. True, and we could even offer special deals to attendees, like discounts on future visits if they join the class. I did a little digging. I think a tiered point system would work best, with rewards like a free pizza or exclusive invites to events. Yeah, launching it with a bang would definitely create buzz. Maybe a giveaway for the first few signups? That's a creative approach. It'd give customers something new to look forward to every month. What do you have in mind for the first one? That sounds delicious. It'll set us apart and keep the adventurous eaters coming back for more. We should also consider sending out an email newsletter. Keep everyone in the loop about these new things we're doing, like the classes and special pizzas. Yeah, and we can offer a special discount or coupon code to those who subscribe. Encourage more signups. Definitely. Thanks for the hustle and the great ideas, Rick. Let's keep pushing forward. You bet later. Absolutely. With the events and classes planned, having more space and maybe some updated equipment could make a big difference in our productivity. Good thinking. I'll check with the contractor to get some preliminary quotes and see what fits our budget. Right, keeping everyone happy and efficient is key. Happy staff definitely makes for better pizza. Great idea. It supports local farmers and adds to our authentic vibe. Customers should love knowing their meal is locally sourced too. Speaking of sustainability, have you thought about how we could reduce waste, maybe with composting or recycling more efficiently? We should definitely look into that. It's a smart move and could cut down on waste significantly. Sounds good. Also, I was considering, what about expanding our hours? Maybe open earlier for lunch or consider brunch on weekends. For sure, let's test the waters on that. Maybe start with weekends and see how it goes. Perfect, Rick. As always, I appreciate all the legwork. Let's make all these ideas reality. Sure thing. I've been thinking maybe we could do a build your own breakfast pizza option. Folks love customizing their meals. Exactly. And we could include a few recommended combos for those who don't want to think too hard before their morning coffee. Actually, I've been pondering switching to a local roaster. It align with our push for more local sourcing and might improve the quality. True. And it could add that unique touch. I'll start conversations with a few roasters and see what they offer. Fantastic. Implementing composting will definitely cut down our waste and emphasize our commitment to sustainability. Customers will appreciate that effort. Yeah, he's working on a couple of design ideas to maximize our space. Should have some plans to review by next week. I had heard about systems that integrate delivery, reservations, and even customer feedback all in one. Could be a game changer. Sounds like a plan. One more thing. Are we set for the upcoming promotion? It's going to be big, so I want to ensure all bases are covered. Great, Rick. These steps will definitely help elevate our business. Keep moving forward, and we'll keep seeing growth. That's great news. Did any of them stand out with features that would be most beneficial for handling our day to day, especially with the new events we're planning? Sounds perfect. The loyalty feature will definitely help with customer retention. Let's get a demo booked and see it in action. I did. There's this one roaster who's super passionate about custom blends. I think they'd be a great fit. Plus, they've got a good reputation in town. Let's do it. I'll arrange something for next week. Speaking of tastings, how's the feedback on the gluten-free options shaping up? That's great to hear. Updating our menu to reflect all these new additions will be a priority. Let's ensure the rollout is smooth. Good call. A well-coordinated campaign can really create a buzz. Maybe a press release for local media too? Exactly. By the way, I've been thinking it might be worth exploring partnerships beyond the brewery, maybe some local artists for murals or live music nights. And collaborating with artists could function as dual marketing. We get awesome decor, plus they bring in followers who will check us out. Let's pave the way for that. All right, we've got lots in the pipeline. Thanks for keeping everything on track, Rick. For sure. Take care, Rick. Absolutely, Rick. Radio could reach a different crowd. Plus, we can tailor the ads to target the local community. I've got a contact at the station, so I could get us a good deal. Great thinking. I'll reach out to a few producers and see if we can nab a slot. A little PR never hurts. I was just going to mention that. Maybe updating the furniture, adding some warm lighting, it can make our place more inviting, particularly as we move into the cooler months. And since we're revamping the space, maybe a community mural project on our outer wall? Involve some local artists? Yeah, plus it ties back into our local support theme. All right, shifting gears a bit, how's the volunteer research going for our community engagement projects? Career days would be brilliant. Sharing our entrepreneurial journey and showing them behind the scenes could inspire future business owners. Sounds good? Also, one last thing. How are the trending flavors for our Pizza of the Month looking? Any interesting suggestions from our patrons? Appreciate the insight. Let's experiment with some ingredients and see what we come up with. Couldn't have imagined a better partner to tackle all this with, Rick. Let's keep our eyes on the prize and make this place even more special. That's fantastic, Rick. It's great to engage with young minds and maybe even spark some entrepreneurial spirit in them. Let's prepare some insightful yet fun presentations. That's a winner for sure. It'll leave a lasting impression and maybe even bring families our way. Speaking of families, have you had any thoughts on hosting family nights or kids' activities at the shop? That sounds awesome. We could run it on off-peak evenings, give families something different to do midweek. Right. Being more integrated into the community has always been our aim. Let's start planning it soon. We could also team up with local schools or groups for these events. That's exciting. The mural will bring character to the shop and show off the talent we have in our neighborhood. Maybe we could host a little unveiling event when it's done. Love it. And it can reinforce the idea of community involvement that we're so passionate about. Good thinking. Perhaps incorporate some local elements or themes from the mural. Create a cohesive look across everything. All right, we've got action items lined up and I'm pumped. But let's also make sure we're pacing ourselves. We've got a lot on our plate. Couldn't agree more. We're building something amazing here. Let's touch base in a few days to check progress and tweak plans as needed. A blog? I like it. We could share some behind the scenes content, maybe stories about our journey, and even feature some of our community partners. That sounds engaging. Maybe even a newsletter that ties into the blog. Keep our regulars updated and involved in what we do. That's a great idea. A sneak peek would excite our customers and allow us to tweak the recipes based on real input before the official launch. Definitely. Speaking of incentives, I was thinking maybe a pizza lovers club for our most loyal patrons could be another way to keep them engaged. Exactly. Give our regulars something special to look forward to and make them feel valued. The contractor suggested doing the work gradually, maybe in phases, to minimize downtime. We might have some late night or early morning shifts to keep things running smoothly. Good thinking. I'll coordinate closely with the team to keep them in the loop, and we'll manage schedules to accommodate these changes. Love it. It's always nice to show gratitude, and it encourages people to drop by more frequently throughout the week to take advantage of special offers. Right? Well, Rick, it seems like we've got a lot of exciting things lined up. I'm really looking forward to seeing all of these plans come to life. Absolutely, Rick. Considering how popular vegan and plant-based diets are becoming, we should definitely explore more variety there. Maybe try a vegan cheese lineup or more unique toppings. Absolutely. And it aligns with our local sourcing and sustainability goals. We can feature these new offerings in our blog and social media to create buzz. Brilliant idea. Their audiences trust their opinions, so a shout out could really boost interest and get more people through our doors. That sounds fantastic, Rick. I love the idea of turning it into an art celebration. We could even partner with a local brewery to serve some craft beer as part of the event. Plus, events like these are great networking opportunities for us too. Who knows? We might meet more people interested in our corporate catering services. Good point. We could create customizable packages for corporate events or office deliveries. Maybe even throw in some perks for first-time clients to hook them in. All right, this all sounds great. We've got a diverse list of initiatives and promotions. We should prioritize tasks and set clear deadlines to keep things running smoothly. Totally. Our teamwork has been strong, so as long as we divide and conquer, we'll be able to handle it. That's a great idea. A face-to-face meeting is always a good way to build rapport, and bringing along some samples wouldn't hurt either. That could work nicely, especially if we promote it as a quick and easy option for team lunches. Having something consistent could make us a go-to for busy workdays. Exactly. It's also an opportunity to introduce them to new menu items, give them a taste of what else we offer. Interesting concept. It could create steady, predictable revenue and boost customer loyalty by keeping them committed. Definitely worth exploring. I'll do some market research to see how we might structure it and what price points make sense. Great thought. With an app, we could streamline the ordering process and enhance user experience. We could also send push notifications about promotions or special events. Perfect. I can reach out to some developers for estimates and explore the options we have. Agreed. Investing in our team is crucial. Perhaps we could introduce quarterly workshops or even incentivize skill development with bonuses. For sure. Well, Rick, it looks like we've got plenty of exciting initiatives to work on. Here's to making them all happen. That's fantastic, Rick. The more we get our name out there, the better. Did you schedule them for next week? I want to make sure we're well prepared with our pitches and samples. Perfect. Let's make a checklist of what we'll need for each meeting so nothing slips through the cracks. That's great news. I'm excited to see what they come up with. An app could really streamline the customer experience for us. Yes, a launch event would generate buzz. Maybe offer the first set of app downloads some incentives like exclusive discounts or a chance to win a free pizza month. True, the more angles we hit, the better. By the way, how's everything looking with the kitchen expansion? Are we still on track? Sounds good. Keeping them informed will help alleviate any bumps. Maybe offer a temporary incentive for those who'll help cover extra shifts. That's great to hear. It's important we let our clientele know we're serious about sustainability. Maybe highlight these efforts more prominently on our socials. That's a fantastic idea. We could coordinate with local environmental groups and maybe offer a small donation to their cause for every pizza sold that week. Rick, I've got to say, these discussions keep me excited about our potential. Thanks for keeping the momentum going. That's awesome, Rick. I'm sure they'll be impressed. Let's make sure we emphasize our quality ingredients and unique flavors during the pitch. I think we're close. We've had great feedback on the spicy options, so let's kick off with the buffalo chicken style and maybe follow it up with something totally different, like a Mediterranean pizza. Great way to engage the community and keep them involved with our offerings. It'll boost our social reach too. Fantastic. Are we planning any specific activities or just focusing on promotions and the charity angle? That's perfect. Educational aspects make it meaningful, and it positions us as knowledgeable and caring to our community. Good to hear. I'm eager to see how it feels from a user perspective. We'll want to iron out any kinks before the official launch. Absolutely. Speaking of the team, let's make sure we're checking in regularly. Updates on business strategies and personal development should keep morale high. I like that. It shows transparency and commitment to their growth alongside the businesses. I couldn't be more pleased with our progress, Rick. Here's to executing all these plans and watching them thrive. That sounds perfect, Rick. I'd love to see it in action and brainstorm any initial tweaks we might need. Absolutely. Smooth functionality is key. And once we're satisfied, maybe invite a small group of our most loyal customers to test it out and give feedback. Definitely. While we're on tech, how are we looking for content on the blog? I'd like us to post something soon, maybe a piece on our sustainability initiatives. Awesome. Make sure to include some eye-catching photos from previous events we've hosted. Keeps the readers engaged. That's fantastic. A collaborative deal will definitely draw more people in. Did they mention how many brews they'd like to feature? Brilliant. Let's keep the momentum going with that partnership. On a different topic, how are we progressing with our team training programs? Makes sense. Consistency is key. Maybe throw in some incentive-based goals, encouraging everyone to strive for personal and professional growth. Definitely. Well, Rick, it seems like we're carving out a pretty exciting path forward. Thanks for steering the ship alongside me. Definitely. Let's run through the marketing strategy for Green Week and see if there are any touch points we've missed. I want to make sure we're maximizing our reach. That's a fantastic move. Their endorsement could really bolster our reach. We'll want to ensure our messaging is spot on for their platforms. A pop-up sounds exciting. Maybe we could set up in different neighborhoods for a day, offering app-exclusive deals. It'll drum up interest quickly. True, and it lines up nicely with our goal of community integration. Should we tie it to a charitable aspect, like a donation to a local cause with every app sign-up? Perfect. And speaking of neighborhoods, how's the collaboration with the local artists coming along for the mural? Excellent. A vibrant facade can make all the difference in attracting passersby. Let's plan a reveal party to unveil it, bring our regulars, and attract some new faces. Great thinking. On another note, did we finalize the details for the family-friendly nights we discussed earlier? That's fantastic, Rick. These initiatives are really coming together. Thanks for keeping the ball rolling. Well, here's to a fruitful meeting tomorrow and many more to come. We're making great strides. Yeah, I've seen a few comments about that too. We might need to streamline our process or consider hiring more delivery drivers, at least for the busy nights. Good idea. Let's evaluate a few options and see what works best with our current setup. We should prioritize keeping our service levels high. Right, that interaction goes a long way in building trust and loyalty. Let's make sure we set aside time each week to do that consistently. I like it. It's simple and effective, plus it gives our regulars a tangible goal. Let's brainstorm some rewards that will really motivate visits. Absolutely. It's an opportunity to showcase new items and get feedback before full launches. We're mostly on track. A few minor overages on supplies, but nothing we can't adjust for. I'll give you a detailed update tomorrow. Always a team effort, Rick. Let's touch a bit on our local collaborations tomorrow, too, especially the ones with the schools and community centers. Definitely, being visible in the community as more than just a business pays dividends down the line. Looking forward to it. Thanks for the updates and insights, Rick. We're on our way to some solid improvements. You too, Rick. Later. Hey, Rick, we've had a few hiccups with the cheese supplier, but I've been in touch with a backup provider to cover any gaps. It's important we don't compromise on quality. Good thinking, Rick. I'll reach out to a couple of promising contacts. While we're on it, it might be wise to assess our inventory management system, too. Making sure we're as efficient as possible can prevent hiccups like this. Perfect, Rick. That should streamline the process for customers and employees alike. Have you considered trialing it with a select group before the full rollout? Smart move. Their feedback will be instrumental in making any necessary tweaks. On a different note, any new insights on Career Day collaborations? That's wonderful, Rick. Maybe we can also create some educational materials, like pamphlets or videos about our process and our focus on sustainability and local sourcing. While we're setting this up, how about promoting it on our blog and social media to show our community involvement? Exactly. All right, feeling good about today's progress. Let's dive into the app now and make sure it's as user-friendly as possible. For sure. Thanks for all your hard work, Rick. We're on track to achieving some great milestones. Here's to that. Let's knock this out of the park. Agreed, Rick. Simplifying the checkout process is key to reducing cart abandonment. Maybe we should consider integrating a mobile payment option like Apple Pay or Google Wallet. Great. And once we launch, we should offer a special discount for first-time app users to encourage downloads. Perfect. Let's make a plan for the rollout timeline and start marketing it across all our channels. We're aiming for the end of next month. That should give us enough time to get everything prepped and align it with our other community events. Totally. We can also use it as an opportunity to thank our community for their support, maybe with some free slices or swag on the day. Good thinking, Rick. A rotating seasonal section not only keeps things fresh, but also aligns with our commitment to local sourcing. Perfect. Once we have a list, we can start experimenting with flavors to create unique offerings. Definitely, Rick. Thanks for all your insights and hard work. We've got a lot to look forward to. That's a brilliant idea, Rick. Collaborating with local chefs would not only bring fresh ideas, but could also attract their followers to our shop. Exactly. Plus, giving culinary students a platform could inspire them build great community relationships. We could host tasting nights featuring these dishes. Tasting nights sound perfect. They draw in foodies eager to try something new and different. We could even document it for our blog and social media. Definitely. And while we're on community involvement, how's the outreach with local schools going? Any new developments on joint events? I love that, Rick. Offering real-world experience can make a difference in a young chef's life, and it's another way we can give back. Absolutely. In-store displays that highlight app-only deals or early bird specials could encourage more downloads. Maybe a QR code that instantly connects them to the download page? I've been thinking short cooking demonstrations or behind-the-scenes snippets could grab attention. We could show off how we source our ingredients or how special dishes come together. Right, it's about telling our story and showcasing what makes us unique. Let's put together a content calendar to stay consistent with our posts. Couldn't have done it without your drive and creativity, Rick. Let's keep the momentum and make these plans a reality. Hey, Rick, that's a great idea. A curated drink menu with local craft beers, sodas, or even unique non-alcoholic options could really complement our pizza. For sure, let's reach out to local breweries and drink manufacturers to see what they have to offer. A tasting day could be a fun way to decide what fits best. Another great idea, Rick, and it ties nicely into our theme of community collaboration. We should start the process by setting up some meetings with potential partners. I like the sound of that. It sets the stage for all future content and builds a personal connection with our audience. We could also highlight any behind the scenes from our kitchen. And maybe we follow that up with featuring a Chef of the Month series, where each team member showcases their favorite recipe or technique. Exactly, it's all about building those connections, inside and out. On the tech side, any updates on our point of sale system integration with the app? That's excellent. A seamless experience is crucial for maintaining customer satisfaction. We should prepare some staff training on using the updated system. Perfect. Well, Rick, we've got quite a bit lined up, but it's all shaping up nicely. Thanks for keeping everything moving forward. Here's to another successful collaboration, Rick. Talk soon. That's a great observation, Rick. We've seen some interest already, so ramping up our plant based menu could definitely broaden our appeal. Maybe start with a couple of innovative pizzas that incorporate these trends. Agreed. By being proactive, we show we're in tune with our customers' evolving preferences. Let's test some recipes and maybe have a vegan taste test event to gather feedback. Good thinking. I'll schedule some consultations with a few key suppliers to discuss what's feasible. Meanwhile, about the training sessions, should we include customer service enhancements, especially focused on upselling? Exactly. We can develop role playing scenarios to practice upselling naturally. It'll also be a good refresher on the new tech they'll be using. Right, and we'll have to ensure consistent follow ups after training sessions to address any hiccups as they arise. I've been thinking about that. It's worth a trial to see how demand holds. We'll have to review any logistical challenges and possibly adjust our fleet accordingly. Perfect. With these solid strategies in place, we're paving the way for steady growth. It seems there's plenty on our plates, but I'm confident we're up for the challenge. Cheers to that. Rick, let's keep setting the standard high. Looking forward to our next session. That's a solid idea, Rick. Our website is one of the first places customers go to learn about us. A refresh could really highlight our new initiatives, especially the app launch and new menu items. I like that. A menu builder could let customers explore different combinations, making them more invested in their choices. It's also a great way to upsell. Great thinking. It can enhance our brand story and shows transparency in how we operate. Let's align with our IT team to scope out this project. Love that direction. Sponsoring local teams will strengthen our community ties and get our name out at events. Maybe jersey sponsorships or discounted pizza nights for teams. Agreed, it's a low-risk way to widen our community impact. Plus, it could lead to group bookings for celebrations or team meals at our place. Perfect. And how about customer appreciation ideas? With everything going on, we should also recognize and celebrate our loyal patrons. I like it. A special event could coincide with one of our Pizza of the Month launches, maybe offering sneak peeks and tastings before a full rollout. Wonderful, Rick. As always, thanks for your proactive approach. We're making good headway on all fronts. That's a fantastic idea, Rick. It would create a lively atmosphere and draw in folks who want to enjoy the game with good food. Plus, it's a great chance to push some limited time specials. Love the gamification idea. Keeps the energy up and encourages repeat visits. Let's try to sync this with some of the more popular local games or matches. On another note, have you heard any more feedback from our recent survey on delivery services? It's crucial we align our expansion with what the customers are looking for. That aligns perfectly with our sustainability goals. Maybe we can source compostable materials or implement a return system for reusable packaging. Excellent. Also, let's make sure we highlight these sustainability initiatives in our marketing materials. It's a selling point we shouldn't overlook. That's a solid enhancement. It shows we're listening and committed to improving based on what matters to them. Plus, ongoing feedback can help us stay agile. Right? It's about creating that two-way interaction. Well, Rick, it's clear we've got quite a few innovative ideas in the pipeline. Thanks for keeping everything moving. Same here. Here's to keeping our momentum strong and making these visions a reality until our next check in. That's awesome, Rick. Having those events lined up will definitely energize the shop on game days. Let's prepare some marketing materials to get the word out early. Sounds fantastic. And let's leverage those emails we send out monthly to give our subscribers a heads up. Maybe even a promo code exclusive to our email list. Great. And speaking of design, how are we doing with the website revamp? I'm eager to see how all these enhancements play out online. That's exciting. Having an immersive website experience is crucial these days. Let's make sure we're thorough in our testing phases, so it's glitch-free on launch. Yes, developers say it should be integrated by next week. This will allow customers to leave feedback and rate their experience directly through the app. Right. We can use the insights for data-driven decisions that align with customer expectations. Also, about our new vegan offerings, are we ready to unveil them? Excellent. Align the launch with one of our game days. The crowd and energy will provide a great platform to showcase something fresh and unique. Exactly. Well, Rick, it looks like we're setting ourselves up nicely for the next few months. I'm confident the team's commitment will pull this all together seamlessly. That's a great incentive, Rick. Encouraging engagement not only gets us valuable insights, but also rewards our customers for taking the time. Plus, it can spark more frequent visits. Sounds good. Also, speaking of involvement, I was chatting with a local charity. They're interested in doing a pizza night fundraiser. It's a win-win for both outreach and community support. Exactly. And we can promote the event across our platforms to maximize turnout, perhaps even tie it to our Green Week initiatives, given their positive social impact. Thanks, Rick. On another note, have we made any headway with potential partners for the expanded drink menu? The big screen for game day could use some local brews to complement our pizzas. Perfect. Pairing local brews with our offerings will enhance that community feel. It's about making every visit memorable and unique. Awesome. Looking ahead, are we on track for rolling out the new menu items like we planned? Any extra support the team needs? That's reassuring, Rick. Let's keep communication strong with our staff. Our success is tied directly to their enthusiasm and efficiency. Perfect. Well, Rick, we've got exciting times ahead. Thanks for your diligence and vision in these plans. That's a great angle, Rick. Engaging staff in these events not only boosts morale, but also helps them feel like an integral part of our success. Maybe we could have them volunteer to lead some aspects of the events? For sure. Let's encourage them to bring their unique ideas. Maybe we can even have a staff competition on who can come up with the most engaging station or activity during our events. Exactly. Something to sweeten the deal. And speaking of incentives, have you given any more thought to expanding our loyalty program? Gamifying it could definitely raise engagement. It makes the whole experience more interactive and keeps customers coming back to unlock rewards. Perfect, Rick. And as we finalize these loyalty strategies, let's also keep an eye on customer service training. A personal touch in interactions enhances the overall customer experience. Excellent. Keeping our team motivated and informed is key to maintaining our high standards. Plus, a well-prepared staff can handle any surprise influx of customer traffic during promotions. Thanks to your dedication, Rick, we're setting ourselves up for success, both in our community involvement and internal growth. Good thinking, Rick. Our events are a huge opportunity, and having a solid strategy will amplify their impact. Perhaps a mix of traditional flyers combined with digital marketing might cover all bases? Agreed. Plus, local bulletin boards or cafes are great spots for reaching community-focused individuals. Let's also ensure we're active in local forums and groups. Great idea. If we find influencers whose audiences align with our values, it could create a genuine connection and bring new visitors to our events. Perfect. Let's also think about how we present our story during these promotions. It should not only capture attention, but also convey our core values: quality, community, and sustainability. Videos are excellent for engagement. Short, authentic clips shared on social media could captivate prospective customers, driving interest to our events and initiatives. Definitely worth considering. Extending hours or adding brunch slots on weekends might capture additional traffic. Let's analyze our data to make an informed decision. Precisely. And Rick, remember, with all these ongoing projects, ensuring the team's balance and morale is crucial. We want them to feel supported and heard. That's great. Continuing to foster a positive culture will reflect well in our customer interactions and help us grow sustainably. Sounds like a plan. Thanks for your drive, Rick. Looking forward to seeing these initiatives take shape. Definitely, Rick. I've been looking into project management software, something we can use to track our goals, timelines, and progress across various initiatives. Exactly my thoughts. Let's set it up so everyone can access what they need while keeping their tasks organized. It'll also aid in accountability as we delegate responsibilities. Sounds good. And hey, since we're on the topic of tech, I'm thinking we should revisit our approach to online reviews. Encouraging happy customers to leave feedback could boost our local search rankings. That could work well. It's direct, yet unobtrusive, keeping us top of mind after their dining experience. Let's balance it so it feels genuine and not pushy. Absolutely. Incorporating reviews into the app makes it a one-stop shop for customer interaction. Let's ensure our staff is also reminding in-store customers to leave feedback. Smart move, Rick. Analyzing that data will help us make informed decisions and pivot quickly if needed. It'll also allow us to personalize customer experiences better. Thank you, Rick. Your enthusiasm and creativity are driving us forward. Looking forward to continuing this strong progress. I love that idea, Rick. It'll be a great way to thank our customers and celebrate with the community. We could do a grand reopening style event. Sounds perfect. Maybe even a pizza making demonstration or a small competition, something interactive that draws people in and lets them engage with our brand. Definitely. It'll boost our online presence and provide material for weeks to come. Should we consider inviting some local media to cover the event? Perfect, Rick. Make sure the invites go out early to get on their radar. Meanwhile, we should also brainstorm some exclusive deals or limited time offers to accompany the event. Smart. And while we're preparing, we should loop in all our team members so they're aware of the event details and ready for the extra foot traffic. Good plan. Well, Rick, it looks like we have an exciting lineup of initiatives on our hands. Your hard work and insight are invaluable. For sure. Here's to a thriving business and a vibrant community presence. Good idea, Rick. Perhaps we could send out a quick survey or engage customers directly through social media. Their input could really help shape the event to fit what they're excited about. Right, it'll add a personal touch. While we're at it, should we consider inviting a few of our local partners, like the breweries and suppliers we've been collaborating with? They might appreciate the exposure. Perfect. That would not only add value to the event, but also showcase how we're all intertwined in the community's success. Let's coordinate with them soon. And for the entertainment, should we look into local musicians or maybe a DJ? Live music could really set the mood, especially if we're outdoors. Great, Rick. It seems like we're piecing together quite a lineup. Remember to account for safety guidelines too, ensuring we're compliant and our guests feel comfortable. Perfect. In the meantime, I'll review our promotion strategies around the event. Let's maximize awareness and encourage both turnout and app downloads. No doubt about it, Rick. Thanks for your dedication and creativity in pulling this all together. I was thinking the local mayor or some community leaders might draw some attention and give the event an official feel. They've always been supportive of small businesses, so it might be worth reaching out. Perfect. And we should also acknowledge some longtime customers or local figures during the event. It's a nice way to show appreciation and highlight community. Speaking of contributions, how are we managing the logistics with our suppliers for the event? We should ensure there are no hiccups in the food and drink supply on the day. Sounds like you've got it covered. For event day operations, should we bring in some temporary staff to help manage the increased foot traffic? Great. And let's ensure those additional staff are briefed on our values and event goals beforehand so they're aligned with our customer service approach. Perfect. Well, Rick, I think we're well on our way to setting the stage for a fantastic event. Your proactive planning is really paying off. Here's to that, Rick. It's as much a celebration for us as it is for the community. Keep up the great work. Great idea, Rick. Family friendly activities would definitely broaden our appeal and keep everyone entertained. We want to make sure it's a memorable experience for all ages. Perfect. And for logistics, are we on track with setting up the space layout? We'll need areas designated for food, entertainment, and seating. Sounds like a solid plan. Maybe some clear signage will help direct people, especially newcomers unfamiliar with our setup. Nice. And regarding promotions, I wanted to touch base on the use of QR codes. It might be effective for linking attendees directly to our app, loyalty program, or event info. Awesome. Another consideration. Should we host a short preview for press and influencers before the event kicks off so they can focus on capturing their content? Exactly. Giving them a specialized experience could foster positive coverage. Let's also prepare media kits that detail our story, event schedule, and any special highlights. Couldn't agree more. With everything aligning well, I'm confident this event will reinforce our brand presence and community connection. Me too, Rick. Your initiative and attention to detail make a world of difference. Here's to a successful event. All sorted, Rick. I double-checked with the city, and we have all necessary permits for hosting events on site, including those for live music and food service. Definitely. We want to ensure everyone feels safe and welcomed. I'll reach out to a local security company we've used before. They're professional and familiar with our location. Yup, all deliveries are scheduled. I've even factored in a buffer day to deal with any unforeseen delays. We're all set on that front. Good call, Rick. Perhaps we should revisit our expansion goals. With the buzz from the event, it might be a good time to evaluate opening another location or expanding our delivery area. Agreed. Let's use customer feedback from the event to gauge interest in different areas and what folks are looking for in their local food scene. Absolutely. With a solid plan and our exceptional team, I'm confident we can replicate our success elsewhere. Right. A strong foundation in staff training will be key as we expand. Let's brainstorm how we can enhance our current programs to include more leadership and skill development. Perfect. With all the pieces in place, I'm excited about both the event and our future endeavors. Thanks for your leadership, Rick. Good thinking, Rick. We've arranged for some tent covers just in case of rain, and our indoor area is prepped to handle overflow if needed. We're set to pivot smoothly. Great idea. A walkthrough ensures nothing's overlooked, and we can identify any last-minute adjustments. I'll join you on that to ensure all bases are covered. That's a proactive approach, Rick. Focus groups can provide nuanced insights beyond what we gather through surveys. Let's recruit a diverse group for well-rounded feedback. Speaking of loyalty, once the event's wrapped up, let's make sure we capitalize on customer enthusiasm by promoting our loyalty program enhancements. Agreed. And let's ensure the team is prepared to communicate these benefits clearly to attendees. Strong engagement on event day can set us up for continued success. Thanks, Rick. As always, your foresight and organizational skills are making all the difference. Here's to a successful event and promising steps forward. Same here. Together, we're paving the way for a bright future. Let's keep pushing boundaries and achieving greatness. That's a great idea, Rick. Holding a debrief soon after will help us understand what worked well and what could be improved for next time. We can gather feedback from our team too. Perfect. Capturing those insights quickly means we can act on them efficiently. Let's also document lessons learned to streamline planning for future events. I've been pondering our digital strategy. Maybe it's time to explore a mobile ordering feature where customers can customize pizzas on our app. Good call. A pilot will allow us to test the waters without committing all resources up front. We could focus on our regulars initially for detailed feedback. That's a clever approach, Rick. It lets us gauge interest and start building a customer base before fully committing to a new location. Excellent. And let's continue strengthening our community ties here, ensuring our foundation remains strong even as we expand our reach. Thanks for being such a dedicated partner in this journey, Rick. I'm optimistic about where we're headed together. Here's to continued success and innovation, Rick. We'll talk again soon. Oh, that's not good. We can't have potential customers passing us by without even noticing. Maybe we should look into some brighter, more eye-catching signage. That's a solid idea. Let's scout a few local sign makers and see if they can give us some creative options. A well-done sign can make all the difference. I think it's a great idea, especially since the nightlife around here is picking up. We could offer discounted slices and specials on drinks. Definitely worth a shot. We could start with a trial run and gauge interest before committing long term. Perfect. And let's not forget to keep a close eye on staff schedules to ensure we have enough coverage for this potential change. On the note of schedules, are we synced up on launching the pizza making classes? Who's leading them? Love it. Let's make sure he has the resources he needs to succeed. Maybe even record a session for social media, give people a taste of the experience. Exactly. Well, Rick, we've got a full agenda for tomorrow. Always, Rick, we're turning our plans into reality, one step at a time. Yes, definitely. It's crucial to understand where we stand as we prepare to wrap up this quarter and move into the next. We need to make sure we're on track with our projections. Absolutely. It'll also be a great opportunity to revisit our budget allocations, see where we might invest more or cut back based on performance. That's good to hear. We should leverage those positive reviews in our marketing materials. Personal stories can really resonate and draw new customers. Great idea. How about promotions? Is there anything else we're thinking of rolling out before the quarter ends to boost sales? I like it. Could also promote it through our app to encourage people to download and use it. Excellent. Their feedback will be invaluable before we go ahead with the larger rollout. That's fantastic. Influencers can really give us that extra visibility. Let's make sure we coordinate closely with them to align our messaging. Agreed. Rick, with all these initiatives lined up, I'm excited about what the future holds for us. Thanks for keeping everything organized. Absolutely, Rick. We want to make sure our momentum carries forward. I'd say definitely set goals around our app adoption, sales targets, and community engagement levels. That's a smart target. And for sales, maybe we push to increase our weekly revenue by 10%. With all these promos and updates, it seems doable, right? And in terms of customer feedback, let's aim for consistent reviews that we can analyze for trends. It'll help us stay aligned with customer expectations. Yes, I love the idea of digitalizing our loyalty program. It makes it easier for customers and more efficient for us to manage. Sounds good? Also, are there any operational improvements we should pivot to once the kitchen expansion is up and running? That's exciting. It'll keep our menu fresh and dynamic. We might also consider streamlining our inventory management to accommodate the higher volume. Great initiative, Rick. Let's review those options tomorrow, too. This could substantially improve our operations. Thanks, Rick. I'm incredibly proud, too, and I couldn't think of a better person to do this with. Our hard work is paying off, and it's all coming together. That's a great idea, Rick. Encouraging people to use the app with special promotions could significantly increase our digital engagement. Exactly. Also, we should discuss how to handle customer service through the app. Let's make sure we have a system in place for handling inquiries or complaints that come through digitally. Agreed. Speaking of customer service, I've been reviewing feedback on our dining experience. Some customers suggested more variety in the seating arrangements. What do you think? I like the communal table idea. It adds a social element to dining and could be appealing for events or large gatherings. Great. On a different note, I've been thinking about cross-promotional opportunities with other local businesses like coffee shops or dessert spots. Exactly. It would tie into our brunch idea and create added value for our customers. Let's start reaching out and see who's interested. They're excited. We should set a timeline for the unveiling and perhaps coordinate it with another event to get maximum exposure. Right. With all these initiatives on our plate, I'm feeling really optimistic about our direction. Thanks for spearheading so much of this. Absolutely. Looking forward to hashing out these ideas tomorrow. Here's to continued growth and innovation. That's a great idea, Rick. It's a fun way to create community involvement, and it gives us authentic content we can share across our platforms. Definitely. Plus, it'll add a personal touch to our marketing efforts. I'm all in for it. Let's discuss the logistics tomorrow. I love that idea. Sharing our story can build a deeper connection with our customers and highlight what makes us unique. Yep, let's make sure our values are front and center. It'll resonate with customers who care about supporting businesses with heart. That's clever. Real-time feedback can be incredibly valuable. We could offer a small discount for those who leave detailed comments or suggestions. Speaking of which, did we finalize which new toppings or specialty ingredients we're introducing in the next quarter? Great. Maybe we can do a soft launch with some tastings and gather direct feedback before rolling them out. Yep, lots of exciting stuff on our agenda. Thanks for driving these ideas, Rick. We're setting ourselves up for a fantastic year. That's a fantastic idea, Rick. It'll strengthen our community ties and give students something to look forward to. Plus, it encourages academic excellence. Perfect. Let's review it tomorrow and make any adjustments needed. The earlier we get on this, the better. I'm all for it. Offering new choices keeps things fresh and appeals to a broader audience. We could even tie these items to seasonal ingredients for an extra twist. Exactly. And we could use feedback from these items to decide if any deserve a permanent spot on the menu. Yes, I think we should look into that. It's a great revenue stream, especially if we start with events within our community and gradually branch out. That'll definitely help position us as a go-to caterer in the area. Perhaps offering customizable options will attract more clients. Indeed. It's exciting to see how far we've come and where we're heading. I appreciate all the effort you're pouring into this, Rick. That's a great idea, Rick. It would be a hands-on experience that people might really enjoy. Plus, it brings them into our space in a unique way. Right? And we could offer it as a package deal, including a tour of our kitchen and a taste test of our seasonal specials. It's coming along nicely. I've coordinated with the artists, and they're all set for the big reveal. The local brewery is also excited and ready to provide some featured brews. Yep, that could generate excitement. We should also engage with influencers, as you mentioned before, to help spread the word. Great way to reward our loyal patrons. They'll appreciate being part of something special. Let's also ensure we have all the logistics figured out for the day, like seating and event flow. Yes, it's a good move. We should ensure we're optimizing both cost and quality, especially with our increased volume and new menu items. Sounds perfect. Rick, I'm really proud of how we're integrating our strategies and pulling everything together. That sounds amazing. It would definitely foster community spirit, rather, and the kids would love seeing their artwork on display like that. Great thinking. It would draw more attention and get people excited about participating. Let's add it to our agenda for the meeting tomorrow. That's a fantastic way to involve our regulars. They feel appreciated, and we get innovative menu items directly inspired by what our customers want. Absolutely. We should also think about incentivizing our team to contribute ideas. They're on the front lines and might have valuable insights. Love it. It's an excellent way to keep the team energized and involved in the business's growth. Good point. Transparency is key, and providing that information could help customers make informed decisions. Let's work on presenting it clearly, for sure. All right, Rick, we've covered a lot today. I'm really looking forward to finalizing some of these ideas tomorrow. That's a solid idea, Rick. A PR consultant could help us streamline our messaging and ensure we're reaching wider audiences effectively. True. Let's discuss potential candidates in tomorrow's meeting and figure out our budget for it. Definitely. Customers appreciate sustainability efforts, and it aligns with our overall mission. There are eco-friendly packaging options that could really make a difference. For sure. Speaking of staying ahead, any updates on the app feedback sessions we arranged? Excellent. Let's prioritize these tweaks and aim for a seamless launch next month. We want the app to enhance user experience, not frustrate it. Good call. It would complement our menu well and emphasize our focus on local partnerships and unique offerings. Right? Let's reach out to a few local vendors and maybe set up some tasting sessions to decide on the best products. Me too, Rick. We're making strides in the right direction, and I'm proud of how we're growing this business together. That's a smart move. Encouraging beverage sales could increase overall spending per visit. It might even draw in customers who are just looking for a quick drink and stay for a slice. I like it. The digital aspect ties in perfectly with our goal to boost app downloads and usage. Let's outline that plan tomorrow. Absolutely. That way, issues can be addressed promptly, improving customer satisfaction and showing we value their input. That's a fantastic idea. A well-crafted video can effectively convey our brand story and mission. Let's make sure it highlights the teamwork and effort from everyone involved. Agreed. It'll add a personal touch and keep customers connected with our brand ethos. On another note, how are we doing with our new hire training programs? Good to hear. A motivated staff is essential to maintaining high-quality service and a positive work environment. That's a sound approach. Being proactive in managing potential disruptions can save us a lot of headache down the line. Let's prioritize that in our discussion. I love that idea. It would be a great way to visually showcase our commitment to the community and keep everyone informed about what we're up to. Definitely. We can feature photos from the art contest, school partnerships, and even customer-penned notes or drawings. It'll add a personal touch to our space. I think that's a great idea. Special weekend offerings could definitely boost foot traffic. Perhaps a brunch-style option or signature pies available only on weekends. Great. Let's brainstorm some special menu ideas and test them with our staff first. We can gather feedback before launching them for the public. That's a smart incentive. Word of mouth remains one of the best marketing tools, and happy customers can be great advocates. Perfect. I'll run the numbers to ensure the rewards are enticing yet sustainable on our end. Yes, that's important. An engaged team is crucial for smooth operations. Let's make it a priority to get their input during the meeting. Same here, Rick. Thanks for keeping everything moving forward. Here's to our meeting and bringing these plans to life. Great idea, Rick. A survey would give us direct insights from users, which is invaluable for making improvements. We could incentivize completion with a small discount or a chance to win a free pizza. True. Speaking of listening to our customers, have we thought about holding regular customer appreciation days? We could offer exclusive deals or host small events to show our gratitude. Perfect. It aligns well with our community-focused approach, and it would definitely keep people coming back for more. That's a great thought. It highlights our commitment to fresh, local ingredients. Maybe even a booth where we offer bite-sized samples to market-goers might draw them into the shop. Right. Let's set up a meeting with the market organizers and see how we can integrate our offerings there. Yes, we should revisit our operational hours. If we notice a shift in customer traffic patterns, better aligning our hours with peak times could be beneficial. Sounds like a plan. Well, Rick, I'm really excited for our meeting tomorrow. We're setting the stage for some incredible developments. Absolutely. Thanks for all your hard work, Rick. We're in a great place thanks to your efforts. That's a great idea, Rick. Integrating it into the app would streamline the experience and make it easier for customers to know what rewards they're close to receiving. Agreed. Plus, it reduces the need for printed cards, aligning us with our sustainability goals. Let's discuss how we can make this happen with our app developer. That sounds like a fun idea. It would bring people into the shop and let them interact with our brand in a new way. We could even get local chefs as judges. I love it. It's a great way to build community ties and showcase the creativity of our customers. Let's plan the logistics for this. Absolutely. We've already seen a positive response to our existing vegan offerings. Expanding that could attract a whole new segment of customers. Sounds good. Let's research some unique ingredients that could work well on a vegan pizza. We could even spotlight it in our marketing efforts. Yes, a newsletter would be an excellent way to maintain engagement and keep everyone in the loop. We could also include some behind the scenes content to make it more personal. Anytime, Rick. I'm thrilled with how proactive we're being. Here's to a productive meeting and more exciting projects ahead. That's a fantastic idea, Rick. Inviting students to see the operations and maybe even make their own mini pizzas could be a great learning experience. Plus, it's a good opportunity for us to highlight local ingredients and the importance of sustainability, tying back to our mission. Definitely. Let's start reaching out to some schools and propose this idea. It could become a regular part of our community outreach. That's a real winner, Rick. Seasonal classes would keep our offerings fresh and relevant, and people love learning new kitchen skills in a fun environment. That would tie everything together nicely. On another note, have you gotten any updates from the app developer about integrating those loyalty points and feedback features? Excellent. I'm eager to see how it enhances customer engagement. Maybe we can beta test it with some of our regulars for initial feedback. I've been thinking about that too. A branding refresh could be revitalizing, especially as we roll out so many new initiatives. Let's brainstorm ideas for a cohesive look. Thanks, Rick. I'm excited about our direction and appreciate your constant drive. Looking forward to putting these ideas into motion. That's a great point, Rick. A well-designed menu can make a huge difference in how customers perceive our offerings. We should aim for something clean and modern that also emphasizes our story. That's a smart move. Let's plan a session soon to go over potential designs and layouts. Maybe involve some of our team members for their input. Funny you mention that. I've been exploring the benefits of a food truck. It could significantly increase our visibility and allow us to test new markets without a full-blown investment. Definitely. Let's dive into some cost analyses and potential locations. It could be a really exciting expansion avenue for us. Sounds like a solid plan. I'll start gathering data on what permits and logistics might be involved. We want to hit the ground running if we decide to move forward. That would be an excellent continuation of our eco-focused initiatives. It could reduce waste and potentially produce compost for community gardens. Agreed. Well, Rick, we've got a formidable list of initiatives and ideas. Here's to another successful brainstorming session. Trivia night sounds like fun. It could draw in a crowd on those slower weekdays. Plus, adding a pizza prize for the winners would give folks extra incentive to participate. We should schedule these themed nights in advance and promote them heavily. Maybe even tie them into our social media marketing to create some buzz. That's a good marketing tactic. People love free stuff, and every item becomes a little billboard for our brand. Let's plan a few design options and price out production. Yes, that could align nicely with our sustainability goals. We could start with a small discount for those who bring their own containers for takeout. Absolutely. Let's map out how we'd implement that process and ensure it's smooth for both our staff and customers. Good point. Maybe bringing in a guest chef for workshops or hosting customer service seminars could boost productivity and morale. Let's budget for that and plan some sessions. Our team is our biggest asset, and investing in them will only strengthen our operation. That's a good point, Rick. We could definitely strengthen our social media marketing, perhaps integrating video content that showcases our story, kitchen process, and some customer testimonials. Exactly. That could add a new level of engagement and really humanize our brand. Maybe we can also collaborate with a local influencer for a day in the life at our pizzeria series. Perfect. Let's also think about boosting our online reviews. We've been getting good responses, but actively encouraging satisfied customers to leave reviews could boost our online reputation further. Agreed. A positive reputation online can drive new customers our way. Speaking of which, have you had any updates on the local partnerships we're considering with nearby coffee shops or bakeries? That sounds promising. It could add value to our offerings and introduce both parties to new customer bases. Let's solidify those partnerships soon. Right. And on another note, as we look to improve efficiency, should we explore any new technology or systems that could streamline our kitchen operations? That's worth investigating. Better inventory management can improve cost efficiency and reduce waste, aligning with our sustainability goals. Sounds good, Rick? I'm glad we're covering all angles in our approach. Together, we're setting up for continued growth and success.